All right, let's get right into it. Getting your first credit card, especially when you're a student, it feels like a huge step up, right? It's this little piece of plastic that just screams freedom. But what if I told you the whole game is built on a really simple but powerful illusion? And it's an illusion that starts the second you make your very first purchase.
See, when you swipe that card, you think you're buying a new laptop for college, or maybe just grabbing some coffees for your study group. But you're not. You're actually buying something entirely different. Something that's going to stick with you for a long, long time.
And that's the big switch. You're not buying the thing, you're buying a chain of future monthly payments. You're basically promising that your future self will pay for what you want right now. And getting your head around this one idea, that's the key to being the boss of your money instead of letting it become the boss of you.
So, let's call this card what it feels like. Your first financial superpower. All of a sudden, you can get things you definitely couldn't afford with the cash you have in your wallet. And it feels amazing, like you've just unlocked a new level in a game. But you know how it goes. With great power, there's always a catch. There's a hidden rule buried in all that tiny text, and it's specifically designed to trip you up if you're not paying really close attention. This is the one thing that separates people who use credit smartly from those who fall right into a trap.
And that brings us to the main event, the minimum payment trap. Honestly, this is the single most misunderstood and most dangerous part of using a credit card for the first time. It looks like a helping hand, but really, it's financial quicksand.
So, just imagine this. Your first credit card statement shows up. You've got a bunch of numbers on there, your total balance, your credit limit, all your transactions. But what's the most dangerous number on that whole page? It's not the big one at the top. It's that small, kind of friendly-looking number right near the bottom.
This right here is the heart of the misunderstanding. You see minimum payment due and your brain goes, oh, cool, the bank is suggesting a nice, easy amount for me to pay. But the reality is the total opposite. The bank is offering you the perfect tool to keep you in debt, paying them interest for as long as they possibly can.
Here's what you really need to get. That minimum payment is designed to do almost nothing to the actual amount you borrowed. Almost all of that tiny payment just gets eaten up by interest from the month before. It's like trying to empty a swimming pool with a teaspoon. You're putting in the work, but the water level isn't going down.
So let's be super clear about this. Making only the minimum payment isn't really paying your bill. It's more like renting your debt. You're just paying a monthly fee to keep your debt around. And over time, that's not just costly, it's a slow, steady way to wreck your finances that can take years, sometimes even decades to fix.
Okay, so if this trap is so obviously bad for us, why do so many smart people, especially students, walk right into it? Well, it turns out it has very little to do with math and everything to do with psychology. You see, the trap works because it plays on how our brains are wired. First off, that small payment feels safe, right? It feels manageable, especially if you're on a tight student budget. Second, we love instant gratification. We get the cool new phone right now, and we push the pain of paying for it way off into the future. And finally, and this is the big one, we make the recommendation mistake. We see the minimum, and we think that's what the bank suggests we pay, not the absolute bare minimum we have to pay. And this is what happens. You get this false sense of being in control. You think, hey, I'm making my payments on time, I'm being responsible. But what's really happening is your debt is starting to make decisions for you. Your money isn't working for your future anymore, it's just working to pay off your past. And just like that, money is controlling you. Okay, enough with the abstract stuff. Let's make this totally real. Let's look at how a single, totally normal student purchase can spiral out of control and become a long-term headache. So let's meet Priya. She needs a new 50,000 rupee laptop for her classes, a totally reasonable purchase. She decides to just pay the minimum each month. Now, look at this table. After just 3 months, she's paid over 7,000 rupees, but her actual debt has only dropped by about 5,000. The other 2,000? Poof, gone, eaten by interest. She basically just lit 2,000 rupees on fire. Now, if Priya keeps this up for a whole year, she will have paid thousands and thousands in interest, but her balance will still be sitting around 38,000 rupees. She's been running on a financial treadmill, putting in effort every single month, but going absolutely nowhere. This is the debt trap cycle in action. You spend, you pay the minimum, interest eats your payment, and then you do it all over again. Okay, so that's the problem. And yeah, it's scary, but the good news is it's completely avoidable. So let's switch gears from the trap to the escape plan. We're not talking about complicated financial theories here.
We're talking about a few simple, powerful rules that put you back in the driver's seat. This is your playbook.
You only need to remember these 3 rules. Rule number 1 is the big one. It's non-negotiable. Always pay the full statement balance every single month. No exceptions. That's how you pay 0 interest. Rule 2 is your emergency brake. If there is ever a month you can't pay the full amount, that card gets put on ice. Stop using it immediately. Don't add 1 more rupee to that balance until it's paid off completely. And rule number 3 is the golden rule, the mindset you need every day. Treat your credit card like it's your debit card. It's just a way to pay, not a source of money you don't have. Only spend money you actually have in your bank account right now.
This is the mindset that's going to protect you. A credit card is a tool. It's for convenience, it's for building a credit score, maybe for a true emergency. It is not a tool to fund a lifestyle you can't actually afford. The moment you start using it to live beyond your means, that's the moment you start giving away control over your own future.
And why does all this matter so much? Because every single rupee you pay in interest is a rupee that's just gone forever. You can't invest it, you can't save it for something important. It can't be used to build the life you actually want. Your goal should be to have your money working for you to build future wealth, not to have you working tirelessly just to pay for last year's pizza.
So let's end with this one thought. Especially as a student, your income might be low, it might be all over the place. But here's the truth. Financial success is never just about how much money you make, it is always about how much control you have over the money you have. And mastering this one simple tool, your first credit card, is your first and maybe most important step toward taking that control and truly owning your financial future.